Hello, this is Soft Cell Video Productions, and I am your host, John. In this episode, I am going to show you step by step how to properly install a bypass heater with a power assist flow pump that introduces the heated water into the main circulation system. These pumps are completely different than inline or flow-through heaters and have several different characteristics. The first thing I do is disconnect the heater and re-energize the hot tub. If the breaker holds, you have a bad heater. The two wires you see are the heater feeds, and after disconnecting them, the GFI held, so it's time to pull the old heater out. You see the end of the heater looks kind of like a trombone. On one end, there is a bypass assist pump, and on the other end, it feeds directly into the main circulation line. It's called a bypass heater because the primary pump will not and cannot push water through the heater. I will explain why a little further into the video. You'll notice that following the assist pump is a little control box attached to one end of the heater. It has power running to it as well as a pressure equalization port coming out from the side. This little unit senses changes in water pressure and will deactivate the heater if the assist pump fails to run. It is equivalent to a flow sensor on an inline or flow-through pump. With the power off and the hot tub drained, you can now remove the defective heater. One big difference between a flow-through heater and a bypass heater is that a flow-through heater is always hard connected directly to the motherboard. A bypass heater is attached with a whip. The biggest difference is that all flow-through heaters look the same. Bypass heaters must be removed to ensure that you have the correct replacement heater. There are about 493 variations to this type of heater, so take it with you before you go shopping. As you can see, I located a heater that is almost exactly like the old one. Only difference, the pressure petcock is on the top side of the control box instead of the bottom. The first thing you want to do is bundle up all those loose wires. Next, just put the new heater back in the same way you took out the old one. Please note here that braided hose is used on all connections instead of Schedule 40 PVC. That's not something I'm really crazy about, but with the exception of the pressure sensor petcock hose, all the other hoses appeared to be in excellent condition. Before you install the heater, reattach the thermostat using a hose clamp. You can now line everything up and put the hose clamps on with a Kung Fu death grip. You might notice here that I had to use a combination of 3 different fittings to match the old pressure sensor hose. The old hose was not braided and was so brittle I replaced the entire run, as you can see. With all the hose connections reattached, remember to put the insulation pad against the thermostat and fasten securely with zip ties. You can now fill the hot tub with water, but do not turn on power until the hot tub is full. As the tub fills, you can attach the pump feeds back onto the motherboard and make sure that it is grounded. Notice that the heater is grounded as well. When you're certain there are no leaks, go ahead and power it up. Check to see if the heater is working, and then check to see if the pump is working. I will now explain why this is called a bypass heater and why it's so different. Bypass heaters are only used on 120 volt hot tubs. On this type of tub, either your heater will work or your jacuzzi pump will work, but both the heater and the pump will not work at the same time. This means that the heater has to have its own personal pump to introduce hot water into the system. If the system is heating and you turn on the main pump, the motherboard should automatically kill the power to the heater. If the motherboard does not have this feature built into it, that's what the pressure sensor hose is for. It senses a spike in pressure and is a failsafe for the heater to disengage. This is the same for all 120 volt hot tubs. Heat the water or engage the pumps because it won't let you do both. There are both advantages and disadvantages to both systems, and I'm not here to endorse or criticize a product. I just want to show you how to do things right the first time. That pretty much covers what a bypass heater is and how to install it. Your comments are always welcome. Thanks for watching and have a great day.